me to me. I don't have to prove shit, but there's a part of the ego that wants to just do that, you know. Sending love to that part of that ego. The society conditioned us to provoke that part of the ego, and just sending it whatever love it could possibly receive, you know. Because yoga obviously is physical and more. And for us to have different physical karmas, that's just the wrapping of it. That's just the wrap of it, you know. That's just the serpent's coil of it, you know. How you gotta shake out of the karma, respectively. Because the new moon in Virgo, I don't have the exact software as of yet, but I think the new moon in Virgo, it lands, if not on gate 64, near gate 64. And what gate 64 is before completion. So when I hear before completion, it's kind of like the loading screen bar. And as things are loading, that mechanism of how the video game is loading, it could be looked at as the mundane world. Virgo could just be caught up in recognizing the changing seasons of the mundane world, and it could, depending on your own individual temperament, respectively, it could have its own unique stasis or lesser stasis. And as it has that stasis, the new moon in Virgo could just be like, we're in some type of field and parameter, obviously, and the virtual context is being updated. And the virtual context, it's always going to be quote unquote new to us, end quote. And the virtual context, it could be looked like gate 64. It could be metaphorically akin to the computer video game, The Sims, you know. We're all on different parts of the house, obviously. And the new moon is going to be a new feeling of, we've always been in the simulation, but different aspects have made their own progression within their own cycles, the recent workings of astrology, and now that recent workings of the astrology is going to pour into the new moon of the Virgo, and we're going to have a new mood of what the recent transits have been like in a new action-oriented base of feeling it in a mutable earth quality, a mundane quality, a mundane that sometimes we wait, and after the wait, after the increase and the decrease, after the waiting, then once we have done our processing and our downloading, whatever the F that is, wherever you're at, then we could move on to the video game of life. So this is a mini one of the new moon in Virgo, and I could do a fucking whole reading if I really wanted to. A structured ass reading of the new moon in Virgo. And that last new moon in Cancer, it was just too fire. It was just too fire. But like, obviously, the clues in my reality, it's like things are already like kind of like made, respectively. But how it's followed up on and tended to harmonically, that's a different story. So, the new moon in Virgo, right? New moon in Virgo, trining Uranus in Taurus, right? So within that, to the forefront, we're seeing how the earth qualities are being revolutionized, and then how we're moving with that revolution in our own individual way. And how Uranus is just seeing what is actually being solidified in the tech field, Taurus, physical, you know, the data stuff, and how that data science is tangibly like leaning towards, you know, respectively, organic shit and distorted shit, respectively. So so this is a mini new moon in Virgo reading, and my phone's at 5%. So thank you. May you have a balanced mood for this new moon in Virgo, and shout out to all the predecessors who have given us their good workings.